Alrighty, it looks like there's a new official blog for account builds that was talked about during the Winter Summit. So on the Winter Summit, they said you can unlock XP, Quest XP, there's going to be account high scores so you can compete like 10 HP skillers, etc. What else have they really done with the account builds, dude? I think there are some changes today. So it talks about the 10 HP points right here. One of the official recognized builds we were offering supports for were called 10 HP Pures. As the name suggests, these are accounts that limit themselves to 10 HPs. These unique and interesting training methods have been a topic of much discussion since the existing 10 HP community have spent years painstakingly theory crafting and perfecting niche methods to level up seriously impressive trophy accounts. Meaning that because they couldn't get XP, they had to do all sorts of random strategies to get around obstacles that they shouldn't really be able to, which I see. So while our initial proposal aimed to open up more of the game and give wider appreciation towards restricted builds, members of the 10 HP community and wider community alike pointed out our proposal would effectively reduce the unique progression of these accounts. I could see that. In addition to this, we've seen concerns that massively improving the ease of creating such accounts could have knock-on effects in PvP scenarios. Well, yeah, you're going to have people creating all sorts of crazy builds for sure. Where currently the only way to make a reliable 10 HP pure for PvP is to make an Iron Man and gate it behind thousands of hours of progress. Which is insane. And I guess they want that to continue to be the meta? Is that what they're saying? So 10 HP Pures operate in an unusual capacity and are still largely able to train combat through conventional means. But it's difficult for us to disagree with these reasons, and as such, we've made changes to the system before it goes live. Polling, they're going to be polling it next week. We decided that for now, we won't be offering restrictions for HP or hit points with official account builds. So they're taking HP off the lock. This doesn't mean that we can't revisit HP restrictions in the future, but if we do them, we'd like to ensure it's with existing builds and training methods in mind. Okay. So they are taking HP off the locking accounts for now, possibly revisit it because the community spoke out. And honestly, it's a community thing, so if the boys that make 10 HP accounts aren't happy with this, so be it. I don't know if I agree, but I'm not too deep in it. Another official build we spoke of was level 3 skillers. With official account builds, skillers cannot gain any combat XP, and they'd be locked to 10 HP accounts and unable to progress in any combat-related skills. We decided to keep them in this system. Okay. Additional clarifications. So this is just stuff they're doing before we poll, which the polls are live now. I didn't even know any of this was getting polled. Everything in the Winter Summit was like on the poll. So weird. So feedback on hit points aside, we saw a handful of other questions and topics we'd like to spend some time clarifying. First of all, let's talk development time and game modes. We like to reiterate that official account builds are not new game modes. They're more modified game modes, or exactly what they say on the 10 builds. If you've already had an account that fits within the restrictions, you'll be able to opt in. Right, okay. I knew that. On the development side of things, the current pitch is relatively simple and easy to expand on with the core system in its place. Similar to quest speedrunning, we can simply plug in additional restrictions as we're able to add new quests. So it's not going to take up much dev time. Okay. But here's the concerns around one defense pures gaining access to gear or spell books. I mean, could you imagine a pure avenging? I think that'd be so cool. That would offer huge spikes in power. In case this wasn't clear, restricted builds will not be able to complete quests or equip gear that they lack the requirements for. Oh no, they're bringing it up. This means a one defense pure cannot complete lunar diplomacy, and they won't be able to equip Barrow's gloves. Okay, I agree with Barrow's gloves. I still think lunars would be very cool, but this game mode community is so serious that I doubt it. I didn't think so. But honestly, this next part seems to be a bit controversial on Reddit. They could, however, gain access to fairy rings or dark matter, as none of the prerequisites for these having a hard defense requirement. These are other items that might fall outside the restrictions, such as heavy ballistas. I think that'd be fine. But yeah, apparently some people don't want peers to access fairy rings. How is that I don't know. Whatever. Tell me down below in the comments if that is crazy to have peers use fairy rigs. Just give it to them, bro. You know what I mean? Finally, we wanted to dig a little deeper on the idea of prestige and high scores. Prestige on a restricted account is a status granted to accounts which have never gained a level's worth of XP in a skill they are locked out of, meaning if you're a skiller but complete Fremenic trials, you don't receive that XP until you unlock the build, which is what they were covering in the Winter Summit, and you would lose that prestige status. One account that's never gained or blocked more XP in any combat will remain a prestige account. So they want to add prestige versus non-prestige. So they want the crazy account builds, and they want to give them something to aim for, right, with the methods they use. And then on the other hand, if people just want to create an account and lock XP, they won't be prestige, but they'll still be able to do it. I think that's what they're saying. Prestige and non-prestige accounts would share the same high scores. Meaning skillers who could complete Priest in Peril would share the leaderboards with skillers who've never even heard of combat XP. They would just be prestige. Currently, there are technical limitations that prevent us from separating accounts in this way, but we also feel like the number of high score tables needed to accommodate prestige and non-prestige variants for each different game mode would lead to an undesirable amount of bloat. I mean, they're not wrong, but it's also weird that they would even separate them but also keep them in the same high score. But I understand it'd be so many high score pages at that point. Even on the high score pages, though, you'll be able to tell a prestige and non-prestige account apart. God, bro. You know people are going to be grinding for prestige, too. It just sounds cool, bro. It just sounds cool. You know they'd be grinding for it. Similarly, for any official builds, we'll also be able to offer separate and distinct chat icons. Oh, God, they're going to get chat icons, dude. People will take their family members out for chat icons, bro. People will do things for chat icons, man. It is that simple. So I guess prestige and non-prestige accounts are gonna have different chat icons, and I almost guarantee in Edgeville they're gonna be talking smack on each other, bro. They're gonna divide and slay each other with words, bro. This means you'll be able to flex your prestige level 3 skiller or poke fun. Yeah, look at this. Or poke fun at non-prestige builds. Yep. Yeah, it even says it in here. They're going to be roasting each other, bro. I can already see, yo, you're not prestige. Get out of my woodcutting area. Yeah, okay. Well, that's kind of the update so far on the Winter Summit. I'll be covering everything in the future. But, yeah, and they're also voting on them with the polls, which is... I thought everything in the Winter Summit would just pass, but apparently we got to vote on it. Feels weird. We'll cover the Christmas event, too. Why not? Getting started, begin by speaking to Gus Mistletoe. You'll find him hanging around Barbarian Village. Ooh, that looks kind of nice, dude. So here's the Christmas event. Just something new here. The ambitious dwarf has set his sights on the hottest pub for NPCs, the Nutcracker. It's an exclusive spot with festive drinks, treats, and more. It's all he ever dreamed of, but there's one problem: Santa won't let him in. Being exclusive and all, the Nutcracker is only accessible to those who prove their worth in a series of challenges known as the Santa's Festive Games. We had mod Sween on, who said that like this is pretty much like a lot of drinking, which is funny. A Christmas event revolved around like bar pub games. I haven't done it, but you gotta love RuneScape, dude. What do you get? The Nutcracker outfit. They always go above and beyond, by the way, with holiday stuff, dude. The art team in Jagex never lets me down. This is clean, bro. So here's the styles. Seasonal backpacks. You got the sack of coal, the naughtier nights list cape. That's sick. That's cool. And then a Winter Summit recap. Okay. All right, I covered all that on this channel too if you guys want to go watch my first ever reactions to the Winter Summit or the Winter Summit blog rundown. What else are they doing here? Recent downtime. As you're aware, issues occurred over the weekend and our team was working tirelessly to get the game back up. And they did. And there was a little bit of a rollback, which sucked. I heard there was something else, but I don't want to speak on it because I don't know if it's true. Something about like if you were trading someone an item. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't want to even speak on it, but now we're back in the office. We're investigating what happened, and if there's anything we can do for those who lost items, we want to assure you we're able to. So it seems like people did lose items then. So maybe that is... Okay, let me just say it then. I heard that if you were like in the middle of a trade and the server went down, you lost it. I don't know if that's true, but it seems like there was something in this rollback that caused people to lose their items. So it is... Oh, that's crazy, bro. I hope they do something for that. That's wild. That is wild. But it looks like they're actively trying to pursue a fix and help people out. Poll 77, we have created a buy all that you can afford button. That's dangerous. Poison dynamite, we've corrected an issue where a single place poison dynamite bomb did not explode correctly. Okay, and it works on the guard dog and priest in peril, which is something that you can get past as a skiller. So it's a non-HP damaging thing, which is cool. Quest speedrun balancing changes. We've been monitoring a Taste of Hope and Temple of the Eye. We've added to the quest speedrunner. Okay, so they got the scores for that. I'm not really a speedrunner, but I think it's cool. Let's see, we got some bugs, and I won't go over the PvP rota. I don't really, it does what it does, but let's see what their bugs are. Fixed a bug with the butt damage combat achievement, so items of level 75 or above are no longer usable. Fixed a bug with the perfect warden's task, which did not account for obelisk attacks as intended. Okay, players can now rub the camulet in their inventory to teleport without having to equip the camulet first. That's kind of nice. The Elven Scout who provides lift-in services during her absence in Silent Elves was overcharging players. Scam, bro. And the last one, in the Krondus room in Tomes of Damascus, there were some slight mapping issues with Purgatory. Cool, cool. So if there's any other changes for the Winter Summit, I'll cover them on this channel. I'll go over them deeply. But so far, that's all we got. Hopefully, we'll get some more stuff by the beginning of next year.